Welcome to this edition of Weights and Dates. I, of course, am your host, Donovan Sharpe. My partner in crime is none other than Myron, 5% body fat gains. Dude, Myron, you, my friend, had a great week of shows, my friend. You had Sterling Cooper on with an adult film star. I think her name was Sarah Jane. I think it was
Sarah J. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Sarah J. Right. Okay. Right. Yeah, I mean, dude, like, it's funny. Like, I almost feel ignorant, talking about, because, dude, 10 years ago, I could tell, oh yeah, this is that. And good Lord.
She's been in the game in a minute.
I remember them now, man. Jenna Jameson, Veronica Avlov, Jesus, Elisa, anyway, Brandy Love, Lisa, somebody. But yeah, I'm just not up on that stuff. But dude, what was that like, dude? Like, talk to me just real quick before we get into this.
Yeah.
What was she? I mean, obviously, listen, man, girls are people too. Porn stars are people too. What was she like? Was she a cool chick? Was she easy to talk to? Like, what happened there?
Yeah, man. So Sterling actually made it happen, man. Shout out to Sterling Cooper, guys. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel, please.
Yes.
Cooper X. But basically, Sterling, I was like, hey man, I'm building a studio. I'd love to have you come out and we do a show, because he could get work here as, obviously as an actor, if you know what I'm talking about, because Miami's a hub for that industry. And he was like, yeah, sure, I'll come out. And I was like, cool. He was like, you want me to bring Sarah J on? I'm like, Sarah J? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, bring her on, because she's
yes.
And she's one of the most popular actresses in the industry. She's been around for like 20 years. So
wow.
Dude, yeah. So
she's been around for 20 years, and her name is Sarah
Jay.
Oh, wait a minute. I've actually, so Devin, keep talking. I gotta switch up the what you call it. Oh, there we go. Now I had to switch up the banner, the Weights and Dates podcast banner.
Yeah, no worries.
The overlay. All right, we're good to go now. So
shout out to Devin, by the way, working hard. Shout out to Devin.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, it's we're always working. But I don't know why I've never heard of her. If she's been in the business for 20 years, that's impressive.
So she's kind of like, now she's more behind the scenes. Like, she's like basically running the business, casting the girls. She'll do shows herself, but for the most part, she's in the background, like running things now. And she has like multiple businesses that she does. And we talked about that on the show briefly. But dude, it was great because like she confirmed so many like, red truths that we know, you know what I'm saying? And it was just very interesting to see it from their perspective as well. And it was a great interview, man. I always think that it's good to diversify and bring people from different walks. Some people, like one guy I know sent me a DM like, oh, why would you bring in an actress in that industry? And I'm like, bruh,
please, get out of here.
You got having the red mindset means having critical thinking and being open to hearing other interpretations of the way people view life. You know what I mean? Just because I disagree with someone, right, or I don't agree with their standpoint, does not necessarily mean that they're disqualified from having a discussion with me. And I think that's that's a problem in the manosphere in general, is that guys don't want to open up and talk to people from different walks of life. We could agree to disagree all day.
Absolutely.
But it's great for the audience to see the contrast in thoughts and everything like that. Because what happened? We brought her in. She gave an excellent interview, and she confirmed a lot of truths without us even really having to say anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just because someone's the other gender doesn't necessarily mean their opinion is valid. And I think a lot of guys pretty much, we won't even talk about them, but they err on the side of misogyny, which is not the way you want to go.
Right. Yeah, by the way, guys, listen, man, I guess I'll make this announcement on the 7, which, by the way, is happening. James Martinez wanted to know if the 7 was happening tonight. Yes, it's happening tonight at 8:00. Guys, listen, man. And I made this decision, I don't know, maybe an hour ago. I'm not going at anybody anymore, right? Yes, I had my thing. I had my entanglement with Joy Isabel. I had Lisa Faye, and then there was Helena. H is the letter H. What all of those had in common was that they came at me first, okay? I went at Janae Amore first, right? That's it, right? To me, that's it. I don't need you. Listen, I don't need y'all texting me. I don't need you putting in the chat, oh my God, she roasted you. I don't need you. And the reason I'm not doing this anymore is because it's just not, it's not the right thing to do, right? The brand and legacy that I'm trying to build, and don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fun to do that stuff. It is a lot of fun, but that stuff is that's nigga shit. Okay. Like that's really all there is to it. And listen, I've had a Solo TV 84 panelist on the 7. we've had talks behind the scenes, and he'll ask me, dude, Jonathan of Modern Life Dating, he'll ask me the same thing, dude, like, why am I stuck at XYZ subscribers? And, my conversations with them will remain private, but I say something to this effect. You can't, like, your audience can't be the mob, right? Like, this can't be a blood sport. It's not gladiator style where people are in the stands, kill the beast. They don't care about the gladiators, okay? All those people want to do is see people fight, see people just roast. Dude, nobody wins in those situations, number one. Number two, it's just, Ice Dragon Kids, it's not worth the hassle anymore. That's another reason. It's just not worth it. I don't have time. Another reason is that I don't need, they're going at Devin. Dude, Devin's a woman, man. She's going to take exception to that stuff because she is a woman. Just like Dev just said, ignorance was bliss, right? So I'm not doing this. People texting me and sending me emails. Yo, she's roasting you right now. I don't care. I'm done with all of that. I did one last roast for a good friend of mine, Solo TV 84. She disrespected him. So I did my 2-hour roast. I don't care what she had to say. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, she's still single. At the end of the day, she's still a basic bitch, dude. She's still a basic bitch who has 2,000 Instagram or 20,000 Instagram followers. She's got 6,000. She's a nobody. She is literally a nobody. And I'm not going to give this basic bitch any more. I'm not giving anybody any more clout. Okay. Right. I'm not giving Obsidian any more clout. I'm not giving Janae Amore any more clout. I'm not giving Lisa Faye any more clout. She didn't have any more clout to give. I'm not giving Joy. I'm not wasting my time going back and forth with these people who are quite literally not worth my time. And if you are going to be one of these battery in my back type niggas who want to text me and shoot me emails, yo, this person said this about you, I'm going to block you. I'm going to delete you. A lot of people have made a lot of videos about me. I don't care. It literally, and it's taken me this long to figure out that it doesn't affect my life. It just doesn't affect my life. I got better things to do than to be going back and forth with I'm just not doing it anymore. It's not worth it. I'm on to bigger things. There was a time and day where it was fun and sometimes productive to do those kinds of things. I'm not doing it anymore. That's the reason. That's it. I'm done. I'm out. So I don't want to hear anything about anybody. Just whatever. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's a waste of time. At the end of the day, me and Donovan are here to help the guys out, man. Not like, cause drama.
Right. I mean, and you can't. Nobody builds an audience. Nobody can build an audience that matters, an audience of consequence, by going at. It doesn't even matter if you're male or female. I don't know one creator. And Myron, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. I only know of one creator that has only 100,000 subscribers who regularly involves himself in that kind of effery. But here's the caveat. At least 66% of those 100,000 subscribers were bought and paid for. In other words, it's not a true 100,000 subscribers. And I think you guys all know who I'm talking about. No. He doesn't have 100,000. He has 100,000 subscribers according to YouTube, but he bought most of those, right? So with the exception of that anomaly, and no shade on these other guys, man. You guys know who they are. You guys know all they do is chirp, 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 go back and forth, and they don't get anywhere. They don't. That's not a sustainable way to do business. And these, dude, I had that talk with Solo TV 84 when he was out here in Philly. Why have I stagnated? Because you're still involving yourself in nigga shit. Listen, if you want to do that, that's fine. But you have to understand that the price you're going to pay is stagnation and lack of consistent growth. People want to be educated. They need actionable advice. People who want you to entertain them will never support you. Right? They'll watch your channel, right? But they're not interested in, they don't want to buy your courses. They don't want to buy your books. They don't want to come to your seminars. They don't want to super chat. They just want to see you run off at the mouth at somebody else. There's nothing wrong with that. You just have to understand that kind of audience is not going to support you. So
facts. They're gonna come in for the entertainment, but they don't really give a shit about your longevity. You know what I'm saying?
No, they don't. Keep it clean. Anybody who sends me an email or, oh, check out this person said this about you, I'm going to take that as an act of hostility, and you are trying to mess with my peace, my feng shui. You guys know I'm a hot-headed dude already. I'm trying to stay as cool and as level-headed as possible. If you are a threat to that, I can't have you in my life anymore. I can't have you in my life anymore. Well, that sounded like a woman, didn't it? Okay. So now that that's over, and I'm going to make that same announcement on the 7th tonight. And we're going to be doing some other housekeeping then, but let us get to the topic at hand. So Johnny Depp is back in the news, Myron. I don't know if you've noticed this, but what has recently happened is Johnny Depp has lost a libel lawsuit. Mm-hmm. And because he lost this lawsuit, because he did not win, Warner Brothers asked for Depp's resignation on the franchise Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them Part 3. They essentially fired him, right? They said, listen, we're going to ask you to resign, but we can't have you back anymore. So Myron, before I read this article, before we break this down, and oh, by the way, we are going to be opening up the Patrice O'Neal video hotline. The Patrice O'Neal video hotline will be opening here rather shortly. If you want to come on, I'm not going to show your face on camera. We can all hear each other. If I don't see your face on camera, I'm not putting you on. If I see your face on camera and then I put you on and then you disappear, I'm kicking you out. That's just how that is. So all right, so go ahead. So Myron, what are your initial thoughts on this particular case?
I mean, it's outrageous, man. I mean, this goes to show, guys, that we live in a world now where, it's believe all women and you're guilty until proven innocent. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, and guys just got to understand that you need to move intelligently, and we'll break down this article and we'll have a little bit more discussion. But yeah, first onset thoughts are outrageous, man.
Yeah. And a lot of guys use stuff like this as an excuse to check out. Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Black Bill guys, see, this is why. Now, on one hand, I can't say I blame them. Yep. But on the other hand, this is where being lazy is involved. A lot of guys just want the right women to just listen. I'm the right woman. No. Most women out here really ain't bleep. Mm-hmm. Right. And so what guys like Myron and I teach you is how to recognize the women you only use for bedroom fun.
Yep.
From the women that you could potentially invite into your life. Johnny Depp clearly, and someone actually mentioned this in the chat a while back on the 7, says Johnny Depp doesn't have any game. He's had women throwing themselves at him since the 80s. He knows nothing about women. He knows nothing about it, right?
I think his first movie was Nightmare on Elm Street, if I'm not mistaken. The original joint with Freddy Krueger back in the 80s. And yeah, man, he hasn't had to learn the game. And this is the this right here, what you guys are about to see, this breakdown. This is the consequences of not having game, but still being famous and having money and having everything that a man could ask for, but not having game. You're going to see the consequences of it right here.
To the all it takes is looks, money, and game crowd, this is a direct contradiction to that assertion. Yep. Johnny Depp has looks, he has money, he has fame. Johnny Depp was a heartthrob. Every girl wanted to be his wife. He had fame, he had money, he had looks. Now look at him. Now Johnny's going to be okay. He's obviously got plenty of money. But again, for the guys who, all it takes is looks, money, and status, clearly it does not, because this is happening at an increasing rate. Anyway, the article says Johnny Depp has been forced to walk away from the upcoming third Fantastic Beasts film after losing his libel case involving allegations of assault made by his ex-wife, Amber H. Firstly, he said in a statement, I'd like to thank everyone who has gifted me with their support and loyalty. The actor who played Grindelwald in the Harry Potter sequels, beginning a statement on Instagram November 6th. I've been humbled and moved by your many messages of love and concern, particularly over the last few days. Secondly, I wish to let you know that I have been asked to resign by Warner Brothers from my role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts, and I have respected and agreed to that request. So basically, he was fired. Finally, I wish to say this. My resolve remains strong, and I intend to prove that the allegations against me are false. He continued, my life and career will not be defined by this moment in time. The article continues, says Warner Brothers, the studio behind the franchise, issued a statement of its own. It says, quote, we thank Johnny for his work on the films to date. Fantastic Beasts is currently in production, and the role of Gellert Grindelwald will be recast. The film will debut in theaters worldwide in the summer of 2022. So here's the rewind. Here's the rewind. This is so for all of you who are unfamiliar with this situation, it says Depp had sued the UK-based news group newspapers over a 2018 The Sun article that claimed he had acted violently towards Heard on Monday, November 2nd. A British High Court judge ruled that the Sun's allegations, which labeled Depp a wife beater, were substantially true, dismissing the actor's libel claim. So let me stop right there. A British High Court, they ruled that even though the Sun's allegations of Depp being a wife beater were substantially true, dismissing the actor's libel claim. How in the world,
seriously,
Myron, can they say that it was substantially? Well, I'm not a lawyer. Is there some sort of legal language in here that I'm not aware of? Because to my knowledge, everyone corroborated Depp's story. Depp had videos. He had recordings. He had witnesses. Yep. Amber Heard's friends and family told them they overheard this nonsense.
Yep.
Yet they're telling people that him being a wife beater was substantially true. I mean, listen, make that make sense, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, this right here is just...
You are fake news.
Because it's just like ridiculous that they would even... No proof, man. It's just like, oh, yeah, they're substantially true. Based on what facts? You know what I'm saying? Based on what facts? You know, and here's the thing. The UK adheres to the same, pretty much a law system that we do, common law, right? Innocent until proven guilty. I mean, obviously their laws are different, but we have similar foundations. And for them to come to this conclusion based on what facts exactly, especially when there's an overwhelming amount of evidence that Depp was able to produce to show that she was actually lying about these allegations and she was actually the aggressor, which I guess we'll get into later. But yeah, it's outrageous. This is crazy, man.
Yeah, King Live says, I'm still trying to figure out how this happened, even when Amber Heard's friends and even her sister's boss exposed them. Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand. Depp had proof. Amber had her word.
Yep.
Yet they still said that the Sun's allegations that labeled Depp a wife beater substantially true. It's incredible. It's incredible. The article continues. Depp has repeatedly denied all allegations that he attacked or abused the actress, claiming that she was the one who assaulted him. Heard said in her testimony she punched Depp in 2015 because she feared he would push her down the stairs. He also accused the actress of throwing a vodka bottle at him during an article, severing the tip of his finger. Heard claimed Depp threw bottles at her like grenades or bombs, and that she only threw things to escape Johnny when he was beating me up. Oh my God. Like you hear, even the testimony sounds like BS, dude.
Yeah.
His lawyer said in a statement that the ruling against the actor in the libel case was, quote, as perverse as it is bewildering, and has vowed to appeal. Depp's lawyer said, most troubling is the judge's reliance on the testimony of Amber Heard and corresponding disregard of the mountain of counter evidence from police officers, medical practitioners, her own former assistant, other unchallenged witnesses, and an array of documentary evidence, which completely undermined the allegations point by point. Heard first publicly accused Depp of domestic abuse when she filed for divorce in 2016 and filed a restraining order against him. She later dismissed it as a part of a $7 million divorce settlement. Depp and Heard are currently in the midst of another court battle over her allegations against him. In 2019, he filed a $50 million defamation lawsuit in Virginia against the actress after she wrote a Washington Post op-ed depicting herself as a domestic abuse victim without naming Depp. The case is pending. In a response to the lawsuit, Heard's attorney said in a statement in 2019, this frivolous action is just the latest of Johnny Depp's repeated effort to silence Amber Heard. She will not be silenced. Mr. Depp's actions to prove he is unable to accept the truth of his ongoing abusive behavior. But while he appears hell-bent on achieving self-destruction, we will prevail in defeating this groundless lawsuit and ending the continued vile harassment of my client by Mr. Depp and his legal team. Dude, if that's not a smear campaign and character assassination, I don't know what is, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate that, and let's make no mistake about it, if Depp didn't have the money and resources to fight this, everyone would believe Heard. You know what I'm saying? Like if he did not,
he'd probably be in jail by now.
He'd probably be in jail right now. You know, this is obviously done at the highest level. So he actually has the money and resources and time to fight for his name, right? But a regular guy would not be able to deal with this, man. He'd probably have to settle in court, take a jail hit, whatever it is, plead guilty to something lesser. Because here's the thing that guys don't understand. Even if you plead to like a basic domestic violence charge, right? Like a misdemeanor, you are still going to be unable to purchase a firearm if you live in the United States. You know what I mean? So there's serious consequences even for a misdemeanor conviction for domestic abuse. So guys got to understand, man, that quite frankly, we talked about this with the Brett Kavanaugh situation a couple years back, where this woman came out of nowhere and made allegations about him pressing himself on, graping her back, almost 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Zero proof. But what people don't understand is that she released a book from it. She had a GoFundMe from it. This woman walked with almost $1 million, but no one talks about that. Instead, they're saying on Twitter, hashtag believe, right? Believe all
women.
Yeah, believe all women. I wasn't sure if we want to keep it. Yeah, but believe all women, right? So guys just got to understand that we live in a society nowadays where an accusation alone, right? Whether it's violence, it's grape or anything else like that, will seriously damage your reputation, because there's a connotation that out there unfairly that women cannot lie and are incapable of lying, which is kind of funny because that goes exactly against what feminism has been fighting for this entire time. What? Equality.
Yep.
So if you're going to fight for equality, how can you sit there and say believe all women? That inherently defeats what you're trying to fight for in the first place, because you're assuming that men and women aren't equal, as you say, right? So that's the problem. Like they adopt, right, feminist ideals when it serves them, but they also adopt chivalrous ideals when it serves them. So guys got to understand that your role as a man in 2020 is static versus a woman's role is negotiable. I'll give you guys a story real quick.
Take it back.
The other day, I was at a famous taco spot here in Miami, okay, called Coyo Taco in Wynwood. For anybody that's from Miami, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
That sounds good. We got to hit that place when I'm out there. Bro.
No, absolutely. I'm going to take you around, Donovan. It's going to be. So I was there with Sterling Cooper, my boy Andrew, Esquire International, and Fresh Prince CEO. We're there waiting to get our food, right? We're sitting at a table. This girl comes up and says, obviously she had been drinking. Where's it? Can I like check the area and see if my phone's here? So Fresh Prince and Sterling get up, let her check the area, right? And she checks it. She can't find her phone. So her friends come and pull her and they go outside, whatever. Another one of her friends comes by, peers her head right in between me and my buddy and says, "Oh, is there a phone here?" We're like, and at this point now I'm agitated. And my friend Andrew sees me, he's my attorney, he sees me getting agitated. So he answers it, he gives a politically correct answer. "Hey, your friend came by earlier. She searched for the phone and she couldn't find it." She's like, "Okay." So she walks off. The original girl comes back again a third time. Now we actually have our food, right? And she stands right next to us and says, "Hey, have you guys seen my phone?" And I look her dead in the eye and I tell her, "Yo, you already came here to look for your phone. This is the second time, and your other friend came by as well. Your phone isn't here. You already checked. Please leave."
Right.
And he literally looks at me and says, "Why are you being so rude? I'm a woman." And I'm like, "I don't care if you're a woman. Get out of here. Get out of here." You know what I mean? Like we're literally eating and you're standing over us, hovering, asking for us to get up again to get the phone. And she stood there the whole time and she would not move. So at this point, I started to get frustrated. I was like, "Yo, get out of here right now." Like, and people are looking on like, "Oh, he's right." You know what I mean? Like, "Yo, you're wilding out." And then finally her friend came, a dude, he saw what was going on. He saw the look on my face. He was like, "Yeah, I don't want to get beat up." So he like takes her, right. And she stood there for a minute trying to say, "I'm a woman. This is not nice, blah, blah, blah." And it's like, no one cares, bro. Like, you're not entitled to some kind of special treatment because you're a woman. Did you not fight for equality all this time? You did, right? Okay, then you searched, your phone's not here. We didn't steal it. Get out of here. This is your own drunken problem. But the more of the story is this, guys. We live in a world now where, a lot of women feel like there's no consequences, you know?
Yes.
And I was telling Sterling and them, if we had a woman with us and the woman told her to leave, she would have left. And the reason why she left is because there's a fear of violence towards her. She would have had a fear that, oh, this girl's probably going to hit me if I don't leave.
That's right. That's right.
No, none of us were going to touch her physically. You know what I'm saying? So she was brazen enough to sit there and have the audacity to continue to argue with me when we're sitting here eating our food and trying to like interject and, oh, can I get my phone? And the moral of the story is this, guys. Understand that we live in a world where women can do no wrong. They're believe all women, and they're going to have this audacity at times to challenge you as a man.
Yes.
You've got to be smart to control your emotions and never, ever put yourself in a position where she can make an allegation against you as an abuser or whatever it may be.
Listen, man, I saw this video. I think it was, I don't know, maybe 2-3 months ago. And we've all probably seen it where the girl she's bitching at some guy about them not wearing a mask. Like they're sitting outside of McDonald's, he's eating his breakfast burrito, and she's like, oh, you're not wearing a mask. He's like, dude, like we're eating and we're 6 feet away from you, right? Just trying to exercise her own petty little whatever. And so she throws hot coffee on him, and the guy loses his mind.
Wow.
And he goes at first, he doesn't go after the girl. He goes after the dude because he knows that he's probably gonna kill her. So he goes after, and he's pounding away on this dude. The girl jumps in and tries to assault this dude again. The point is it's exactly what you said. There are absolutely zero consequences for women who there are no consequences for women, period. Women can assault men. They can do all kinds of crazy stuff to men. They can talk to men any old kind of way, throw hot coffee on them, make false grape allegations. They can do whatever they want, and literally nothing happens to them.
Yep.
It is. I don't want to say it's beyond me, but it's just like you said. The girl power movement fights for equality. No, they don't want equality. They want leverage. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Women with the hashtag also me, that's probably flagged now too.
Yeah.
With the hashtag also me, that was never about equality. That was just about leverage. This was about giving women leverage over men in the workplace. Yep. If I don't get the raise, if I don't get the promotion, if I don't get this, if I don't get that, I'm going to say that you grazed my breast and now you have to get fired, right? It's gotten to a point. This is why women are so poorly behaved in this country, because they can act however they want. And listen, again, we can talk about how the girl power movement spawned that for sure. But you want to know something? Steve the Dean often says a lot of times, this is our fault, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is not all of our fault, but women would not be able to do what they do if law enforcement, which is run mainly by men, wouldn't let them get away with it, right? So I think, listen, while it's very important to understand that, hey, we are a part of the problem, our responsibility is actually starting to shrink a little bit. Because, dude, this is out of control. This girl is standing over you, talking to you in such a way that she knows there are no repercussions. And guess what, Myron? There's not.
A man would have never done that. Versus she thought it was okay to do that. 4 grown men standing there eating. We had just gotten up to let you do this. And she's just going to sit there and try to like argue. Why are you being so mean? Why are you being so aggressive? I'm a woman. I should be treated differently, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, like it doesn't work that way, man. And it's like, it's just, but this is the world we live in, guys. So, and the point is this, she probably was doing that to try to antagonize me, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
She probably was.
And men that are watching, you guys got to understand that this is going to happen. I've been slapped at bars. I've had drinks spilled on me. Oh, yeah. I've been assaulted by women. I've been pushed by women. I've been shoved by women, but I never, ever raise my hand back at them, because the reason why is regardless of what they do, right? Let's say they full on assault me. Like, no matter what, I know for a fact I'm going to be the one to go to jail if I strike her. Even if it's like, she would have to be like on top of me, pounding me for me to actually like, you know, get her off me and hit her. You know what I'm saying? But like,
probably be arrested.
I always just walk away from the situation. Even if she shoves me, whatever, I'll walk away, because I know that as a man, regardless of what happens, whether she instigated it, I try to argue self-defense, blah, 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 I am probably going to be the one to end up dealing with jail consequences, guys. So guys, be intelligent. Understand this is the world we live in. Don't raise your hand at a woman. Don't assault a woman. Don't even like make a threat to do it, man, because it's going to cause you problems in the long run. Exercise your emotional discipline and walk away every time.
No, I agree 100%. By the way, the video hotline is open. I put the link in the chat. Make sure that your camera is on. If you have a question, comment, concern, whatever the case may be, The link is in the chat. You can join. You can join right in, and like I said, just make sure your camera is on. We've got a couple of guys in there now. We'll get to you guys here in just a second. Unique 79 with the 20 British pound super chat says, just by looking at Amber Heard's face, you can tell that she will never respect a weak eye. It is simple. Any first time of respect that will possibly lead to toxicity, either give a warning to a woman or leave. This is funny, man. And we have a lot of armchair quarterbacks. But if I had met an Amber Heard is hot. Like, she looks good. I've dated girls, banged girls that were hotter than her. She would never, dude, she would never, ever get, dude, it would take her disrespecting me one time. And, you know, it wouldn't even be like that. You want to know why? Because after the first meetup, it would be very clear that I should never commit anything to this woman outside of my sausage and biscuits in the first place. Right? Like, I'm just gonna smash her and leave. That's it. But women like Amber Heard can be held in check. You just have to have backbone. You have to have backbone, man. And this is why you guys come here. We give you actionable advice. Listen, here's how to be confident. Here's how to lay down the law. Here's how to set boundaries. If a woman shows you that she does not want to adhere to your boundaries, then you got to go. Otherwise, you're going to be in a world of hurt like Johnny Depp. Seeker of Truth, $5, says, what next? Men are going to get hit with harassment accusations for holding the door open for women. Shake my head. That's funny. Yeah, that's actually quite funny. Red Pill Mike, $5, says, if Myron or Donovan made a video entitled "Believe All Men," you guys would both get deplatformed. Hashtag believe all men.
Facts. We would get platformed immediately.
It's like, dude, women are born liars, man. It's just incredible that we're actually pushing the narrative. Okay, so the video hotline is open. We got a couple of guys in here now. Let us add Zen Yi. Zen Yi, what's going on, dude?
Assume that the aggressor is always male.
Right.
Look this up right now. So yeah, guys definitely want to sit there and try to avoid that, because women are going to try to exercise that. They know that they have they have the law backing them. Consider we don't, so they're going to sit there and act like unruly children. I just want to point that out. Anybody's going to believe me, whoever's going to do that, I just want to point out. So
appreciate it, man. Zen Yi checking in.
It was hard for me to hear him, but I don't know if the audience able to hear him, guys.
Yeah, okay, so you guys can hear him. Okay, so I'm gonna have to come up with another solution for that, because I do this. Low. Oh, it was a little bit low.
A little low, yeah. I was able to hear him. I know he was talking about how
when I heard him loud and clear. So you know what? That might not be all right. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to give me 1 second here. I might have to do some.
You just have to turn it up, because they're saying it just turn it up. Like, they can hear, but it's like kind of low.
You know what? I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put the link to this in the studio. That's what I'll do. I'll put the link in. Now I got to figure out how to do this. I got to figure out how to do this on the fly here, because a lot of guys don't want to show their face. A lot of guys don't want to show their face on camera, but I guess if that's what it is, it's what it is. So, got to have your camera on, guys. If you don't want your face to be seen, then don't chime in. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put that. Here in the chat. And if you guys want to come on, if you want your face to be shown, then that's perfectly fine. You know what? I'll probably need to do like an eCam live thing. Or something like that, or do like maybe like a Skype call or something. I'll be able to do it that way. Zach Red Pillar, $5, says, look at the UK whale who accused 15 men of PE to collect victims' compensation to pay rent. That's the state of UK justice. I think, didn't they find her guilty?
Yeah, I think she actually, if it's the same girl, I know who you're talking about. If it's the same case that I'm thinking about, they actually came back and prosecuted her, but she didn't get much time, man. I think she got like a fine and maybe like a year, something like that like is totally eclipsed by like what she was accusing the guys of doing, if I'm not mistaken.
Incredible, man, incredible.
But But yeah, that guy's comment before, I guess for the people that didn't hear, he was basically speaking about that when the police are called to domestic abuse thing, they're already on radars up high as that the male's probably going to be the aggressor.
Yes.
And did he say anything else? That's what I was able to make out from it, Donovan.
Yeah, he was just telling guys to be careful, man. Make sure you don't put yourself in those situations. So, all right, cool. Let's bring in Xavier Joseph. What's going on, brother? Unmute yourself, please.
I'm good, Donovan. I just want to say quickly, Myron Gaines, thank you so much for what you do. Donovan, same to you. Thank you so much for what you guys do. Just a little keynote here. Two things I always do. If I'm in a situation where I can't avoid a female in any way, like let's say it's a family member, anything like that, just ignore. Just ignore. Like any of you guys, just ignore. After you get yourself out of that situation, so you get yourself out of the household or maybe the relationship, just seek massive success. Just seek it. Just seek it, man.
Okay.
Success is the best revenge, man. Thank you for calling in, bro.
I like that. That dude is actually he's an inspiring guy. He's 18 years old. This kid's gonna get his cosmetology degree by 18.
Nice.
He's about to be set for life.
And he's about to be surrounded with chicks too.
You feel me? Because most male men in the cosmetology industry are Roberto Alomars.
Yes,
right?
Exactly. They're very happy, so to speak.
Yes, Chipper Jones. Right.
They're very happy.
It's so funny, man. Listen, I actually don't mind having to censor myself for YouTube now because it is. I have fun.
Roundabout terms.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we can actually break down another one of these bad boys. Another one of these articles. I've got another one here.
Okay, awesome.
This is actually by Star. Dude, Amber Heard's a smoke show, man. Like, let's not.
Very attractive.
Yeah, highly attractive woman, classically beautiful, but you can see the crazy in her eyes. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's hindsight.
And her believability is going to go up too. Shout out to the halo effect.
Listen, the better looking she is, the more people will believe her, or at least pretend to.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
It says now. This is actually the article. In a stunning victory for press freedom, London's High Court ruled we were right to brand the Pirates of the Caribbean actor a wife beater for his brutal attacks on his ex. So now they are gloating about their victory. They are literally gloating about their victory, and they're posting these pictures of Amber Heard looking like a sweet little innocent Southern belle. Mr. Justice Nicole threw out Depp's defamation case after finding our story, which had been staunchly backed by Miss Heard, was accurate. Dude, staunchly backed by Miss Heard. So the Sun wants us to believe that because she staunchly backed it, that it must be credible. Like, does the Sun really believe that we believe that she was telling the truth?
Man,
you think are they being purposely delusional? Like what is this?
Yeah, man, it's basically like
You are fake news.
these super left-wing media outlets, man. They're always going to contort and switch the story around to fit a certain agenda, man. It's like what on what evidence? Her word alone. She's obviously not a credible witness because we have audio recordings of her admitting to assaulting Depp.
Yes,
but when in reality she's lied about that, saying, "Oh, I've never hit him," blah blah blah. So she's already lost her credibility. So I don't know why she's even able to. It is what it is, man. This
is a shame job. It's like the
UK.
It's like the election, man. Everybody knows what really went down, but we're actually pretending like the challenger. We are pretending that the challenger, who really, let's just be honest, can't remember if it's April or Tuesday, got 290 electoral votes all on his own. Like, oh my God. That's like Ivan Drago killing Apollo Creed, obviously is on steroids. Like, come on, get out of here with that. Yeah. James Young, $2 says YouTube censoring inspires creativity. Absolutely.
Big facts.
Zero Fallout 1, $20 says my nephew a couple years back almost got a predator record. They were both 14, but he got in trouble with school and cops for exchanging nudes with his girlfriend. Her parents found out and made a stink about it. You see that? Jesus Christ. 14 years old.
Here, I want to say that real fast. This is very important. For all the young guys out there that if you're like 15, 16, 17, even 18, right? I know there's some states that have Romeo and Juliet laws, which basically allow a guy that's older to deal with a girl that would otherwise be considered underage. You know, you're 18, she's 15 or whatever. Understand that if she sends you nudes, you are now in possession of child pornography. You understand?
That's right. Doesn't matter how old you are.
Doesn't matter how old you are, if she's your girlfriend, whatever it is. And there are serious consequences to possession of child pornography. Yes. This is when the feds come in and you do some serious time, guys, because it's on a mobile device, okay? Hits federal threshold. So don't be an idiot. If you have a girl or a girl that you're dating, whatever it may be, even if you know, let's say she's the love of your life, you guys are going to get married, she's 15, you're 18, do not, and I repeat this again, do not get any type of provocative or nude photos of her because it is still considered child pornography. Do not be an idiot, guys. You know what I'm saying?
And if she sends them to you, okay, get it on record. Yo, I'm deleting this now. I do not want this in my possession. I am blocking you now. Good day.
Don't
okay,
be an idiot, guys.
That way, when the feds descend on you, look, Your Honor, she sent it to me. I didn't ask for it. It was unprovoked. You saw that I erased it. I don't want anything to do with it. I blocked her.
Yeah, man. Tell your young girlfriend, even if you guys are just 3 years apart, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. Don't ever send me nudes. Tell her that right now. For any young guys that are in here, don't be stupid, guys.
Cosplay MGTOW says, how do you deal with a woman calling you a pedo when there's like no proof? Here's how to deal with that. Don't put yourself in a situation where you could be called one.
Yep.
Here's one: dating a single mother, right? Of all of the risks that come with dating single mothers, the biggest and worst risk is a single mother trying to get back at you by saying that you diddled one of her youngsters.
Yep, it's true.
What are you, dude? What are you going to do? Say it didn't happen? Do you honestly think that they're going to believe you? They're going to believe, and especially if the kid is a girl, that's it. It's a wrap. This is why we tell guys, do not date, dude. Mess with these single mothers. Don't date them. Yeah. Because when you're just messing with them, it's just you and her. She comes to your crib. Don't go to her place. Go to a hotel, Motel 6, whatever the case may be. Never, ever, ever be in the same building as her children because you are at risk. Straight up.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems that arise from wifing up a single mom, guys, besides the fact that it's going to hurt you 2 to 3 times more because you're going to build an attachment with the children. They're not your children. You're raising another man's kids. You're investing into something that, quite frankly, is going to pay you an ROI back a lot of the time. And the chances are of her divorcing you increase too, because if it's her second marriage, we know from statistics that every time someone gets remarried, their chances of divorcing increase. Like I think it shoots up to about 75% or something like that when it's originally 50% the first marriage. So it's just there's a high likelihood that you're going to fail. Am I saying that, wifing up a single mom is inevitably going to lead to your demise? No. But if you look at the numbers, there's a high probability you're going to lose. So it's not worth it, guys, a lot of the time. And then also a dark side.
Myron's being nice about it. Myron's being nice about it, okay? What he just said is that, listen, is it an inevitability that a single mother is going to turn your life upside down? Not necessarily. Okay, I guess I'll buy that. Myron's being nice. There is no upside to committing to single mothers. There's just no upside. It's all like, dude, dating or even committing to a single mother, that's as bad as getting married, guys. That's as bad as getting married. Same risk, same everything, dude. Once you commit to a single mother, dude, she's got you by the balls, man. Dude, she could. Oh my god. I can't even imagine.
The point you brought up, Donovan. Like a lot of people don't talk about the dark side, which is she can always, if she truly hates you, she can always come back and make that allegation about you being a predator, man. She can always do that.
No proof.
Zero.
There's no proof. She doesn't need proof. My little girl said that he did such and such. Oh yeah, they're coming to get you. And dude, you're not getting a bond. You're not getting a bond, dude. Like you're gonna be held without bond. Your life's over.
It's an unfortunate reality that women are keenly aware that an allegation alone will destroy a man.
That's it.
And they make no mistake about it, guys. They say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. That's for a reason. You understand? If the relationship doesn't end amicably, she's not able to get her pound of flesh that she anticipated she would be able to get.
She takes an L.
Or she takes an L. Like we always say, women don't take L's, right? You better be ready for some wild stuff to happen because women are not used to being rejected by men. They're not used to not getting the good end of the stick when it comes to some kind of divorce or some kind of separation.
Oh my God.
They're not used to that. So if you're intelligent and you're able to divorce her or leave her in a manner that is not conducive to her success from the separation, you best believe there might be some crazy stuff coming your way. And her making allegations that you might have done something to one of her children is an unfortunate reality, guys. And that's so true that what Donovan said.
Dude, listen, man. And I don't think we can say this enough. I don't think we can say this enough. Dating single mothers is as big a risk as getting married. Listen, I know that sounds hyperbolic,
no,
right?
True.
Dude, it is totally 100% true, because here's the reality, guys. Here's the reality. Hang on a second. I hate this shit.
And guys, when we say relationship, we mean as in like a long-term relationship. She's your main girl. She's getting that energy from you. We're not talking about plating and dating. We're talking about this is your main woman.
Right. That's exactly right. Because again, I mean, obviously, and again, listen, getting married, you're already putting yourself at risk.
Yep.
If you don't have children, then you've got kind of a chance. That's just sort of how that is. But the point is that it's that allegation. He did something to my child. And just like Myron said, women know that all they have to do is simply make an allegation. They simply make an allegation, and it is absolutely a wrap. And here's another thing. Here's something else that you need that you need to consider is the fact that it's just an allegation. You don't need to get arrested for a crime to have your life destroyed.
Yep.
Right? There does not have to be an arrest. All there has to be is an allegation. That's it. That is it. All there has to be is an allegation, and it's an absolute wrap, man. Dude,
Fact.
People around the neighbor. I mean, dude, oh my God. Can you imagine being at work and your boss getting wind of an accusation like that? And then the staff finds out about it. The boss may very well be on your side. He may know that you didn't do this, but guess what? He's going to get pressure from everybody else, and he's going to have a meeting with you. Listen, man, somebody's head has got to roll, and it's not going to be mine.
Yep.
Like, they want me to fire. If I don't fire you, they're going to get rid of both of us, man. Like, that's an impossible situation, dude.
Absolutely, man. And that's the climate that we live in now, man.
Yeah.
Believe all women, guys. It is real, man. So never put yourself in a position where an accusation can be made. And if she is going to do some wild stuff, she's acting crazy, pull out the phone and start recording the interaction, man. That's how you guys.
That's what it is, man. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put the Zoom link. I launched a Zoom meeting, and I'm going to see if the Zoom link will work and give me. Actually, you want to know something, Dev? I'm going to send you the link for the Zoom. I'm going to read off a couple of more of these super chats while I wait for her to get in there.
Yep.
And hang on a second, because I know this is the way Kevin does this. Join? No, hold on a second. Oh, crap. You know what? I'm probably just gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to do this later. I did not foresee the sound not working, and I know that Kevin Samuels. Just give me a second here, because I think all I need to do is get the. I want to be able to invite people. Give me a second here, guys.
I was gonna say, if you want, Donovan, we could keep doing it the way you had it, and then we'll just tell the audience what he said.
Yeah, but that's not. I mean, that's. I like this to be. I like this to be in real time, and for whatever freaking reason. Oh, here we are. Invite. There we go. Awesome. Let me just copy the invite link. Okay, perfect. All right, so Dev, I'm copying the invite link. There you are. There's the invite link in there. And so while I wait for Dev to join the invite link, we'll have a conversation with her and make sure that all of the sound is ooshi-gooshi. Let's go to Super Chat by James Young. James Young with the $5 Super Chat says, dating a single mom is a bigger risk than being married. Real talk, man.
Yeah,
Real
fact.
talk, dude.
Big fact.
It really is. It really is. Because they're already kids.
Yep.
They're already kids, dude.
Yep. And they're yours. That's the worst part. They're not yours, man. Like, she can put she can pull them from you at any time, man. And the thing is that men, the more you invest, the more you're going to get attached. Men have like this like crazy, because, okay, let's break this down. Men are taught from a young age, right? The more you invest in something, the more you're going to get back out of it. Work hard, invest, and you're going to get the fruits of your labor. This is what we're taught since we're little boys. So the thing that men don't understand, though, is that this rule does not work in relationships. And what I mean by that is that there's no relationship equity when you deal with a woman. You know what I mean? But a lot of guys make the cardinal mistake of thinking, if I spend more money on her, if I take her on more trips, if I just do this and that for her and I bend over backwards, I'll get her back, blah, blah, blah. And the reality is the more effort you actually put in, the more you're pushing her away. Yep.
All right. Yeah, guys, don't jump in here anymore. Don't jump in. I'm not doing that anymore. We're going to try it. This way. Dev, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear her okay, Myron?
Yeah, I got her. I got her loud and clear.
Okay.
That's not my name, though.
Devin, dude, you're on the air. We are on the air.
Okay, got it.
Okay, all right. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my God. Sometimes she drives me freaking crazy. What are your thoughts? Let me just get what your thoughts are, because your sister has a kid, and she's 12 years old, pretty little girl. Her name is Olivia. Now, you have sat down. Now, I'm not going to sit here and ask you, is your sister capable of doing something like this? But what are your thoughts about women who falsely accuse their boyfriends or ex-boyfriends of doing bad things to their children?
I think it's a really negative end game. There's no benefit to it. It makes you look bad. It makes you look like you made bad decisions. And it makes you seem very untrustworthy. I don't know. Like, I think, like, if something really happens to you, yeah, fight. But this is just a smear campaign. This is nothing more than trying to get your piece of the pie and just trying to save face.
Yeah, that's really all there is to it. All right, Dev. Well, thanks for joining. And I guess, I guess this is what we'll do for tonight's episode of The Seven. So that worked out literally perfectly. So, okay. All right. So I'm just going to have to do it the way Kevin Samuels does it. Cosplay MGTOW says $10, says thank you for that tip, Donovan. Ken Rose, $5, says innocent till proven guilty. Sadly, a man is always guilty, even when proven innocent.
It is man. Look at Kavanaugh. He's going to have that umbrella over his head his entire career, man.
His entire career, man. I think we can leave it right there, man. I think this was a good show. We had to keep it high and tight, because in less than an hour, we are going to be on The Seven. We are going to have a special guest. We're going to have a special guest by the name of Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus is going to join us. We're going to talk about all of the aspects of entrepreneurship. What it takes to start a business, people you should talk to, money you should save, businesses that don't cost any money. And Hotep Jesus has successfully started 3 businesses. He's got 3 startup tech companies, so he knows all about the investment and everything like that. We're gonna try to get guests that have experience in some of the things that we're talking about to kind of spice up the show, or to kind of give the show a little bit of variety. Plus we're going to have the Patrice O'Neill video hotline so that people can join in and have conversations with us, and we can start interacting with our audience again without fear of people doing or saying bad things. So listen, Myron, great show as usual. You and I are going to be right back here in about 45 minutes. And I'm very much looking forward to this one last $5 Australian says, what do you think of Tom Leykis radio show host? Thanks. Yeah, I like Tom Leykis.
He's a legend, man.
Yeah, he's a legend. Like, I'm not going to go on and on. It's funny. I love it when people, they hear us getting ready to sign off, and then they want to donate a super chat and ask us a very nebulous question. Of course, Tom Leykis is a legend. Like, what do you think?
Legend, man. Yeah, he was RP before it even was mainstream, man.
You know it. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Weights and Dates. Weights and Dates is actually going to be on. Now, I'll leave it up to you, Myron. We can actually do this on Friday, or we can do this on Sunday, because I've got Coach Greg Adams joining. He's actually going to be flying in here on Friday night. Going to do one-on-one with Donovan Sharpe on Saturday. So I'll leave it up to you. We can either do it Friday, or we can either do it Sunday, man.
Friday's good. Audience, what do you guys think? Friday, you guys enjoy Fridays, or you guys want Sundays, a doubleheader?
Put it in the chat. We'll leave it in the chat. If you want us to do this on Friday, type in Friday. If you want us to do this on Sunday, type in Sunday. We'll give you guys just a few minutes.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, we'll leave it to the people. Yeah, I know that Kevin, the way he does it, he has the way he'll mess with the settings on his webinar is actually he does webinars. Oh, you know what? That's what this is. So what I do is I do a webinar 1,000 per. Okay, so he actually does webinars, and webinars have a they've got a lot more settings as far as like being able to mute people and not allowing them to unmute themselves, right? So because somebody could call in and somebody could join in and they can unmute themselves and say something stupid. So I think that's probably a good idea. Okay, so let's see how many we got.
We got one for Friday. I see 3.
Friday. All right, we got 1 for Friday, 1 for Sunday, 2 for Sunday, 3 for Sunday, 4 for Sunday. So it's 4-1 Sunday.
Yep. Guys, get the vote in. Monday, Friday.
So far, it's 4-1 in favor of Sundays. Sunday doubleheader. All right, we got another Sunday.
All right.
It's 5 for Sunday, 2 for Friday.
It's cool. Looks like we might be doing this on Sundays then. Wait some dates.
Looks like it might be a Sunday show.
We're just totally cool. You know, I'm
yeah, I don't mind doing it.
Whichever the people want. I think they like this stuff. You know, we break down articles. We give 2 different perspectives. I think it's great. And guys, I just want to take this time real quick to thank you guys for all the support. Yes. Obviously, content like this is always held in the algorithm to some degree, but we're getting creative with the way we can dispense it to make sure that this reaches more men. Because at the end of the day, if one guy can watch this podcast and protect himself from some type of false allegation, then it's 1,000% worth it. And thank you to all the guys that are in the chat that support Donovan and me, that give super chats. It means a lot, man. And as you guys can see, me and Donovan, we put that money right back into giving you guys the best productive experience we can, man. We're not out here pocketing the money and yelling on a camera, for 20 minutes. Without, we're literally taking this money and putting it right back into our studios. That's the best experience. Also, Donovan's going to be down here in Miami, November 19th, guys. So definitely tune into that. It'll be a live in studio thing. We're going to roll out the red carpet for Donovan down here in the 305. It's going to be lit. Sure. And yeah, man, make sure you guys tune into that one.
Very, very much looking forward to that. We're actually going to be doing some traveling here. A lot of traveling here real soon. So I've got Coach Greg Adams coming in. And then literally a few days later, we're flying down to the 305. We'll be down there for the weekend. And then we'll be back here in Philly for a couple days. Then we're off to Vegas for a week to launch Womanese Volume 3. So I'm very, very much looking forward to that. Looks like this is going to be a Sunday show. I've got my count at 8 to 3, 9 to 3 in favor of Sunday. Yep. Legend of Salmonia, $5. Says good show, passing through, and thanks Donovan, and shout out to Tricky Trini and JB84 for the insight. Absolutely. Okay, well that's going to do it for this edition of Weights and Dates. I guess this will now be a Sunday show. We'll do like a Sunday doubleheader.
Yep.
We will see you guys in roughly 43 minutes with the 7 featuring Hotep Jesus. Take care, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.